Hey everybody, so this is Francis Toronto. I'm here in San Diego, California, or more specifically, National City. So one of the things I love about San Diego, the whole town basically, it's a very foodie city. You have a lot of different options of different types of food. Of course, being so close to the border, one of the things that they're well known for is Filipino food. I don't know how I made that connection, but there is a lot of Filipinos that reside in San Diego. Maybe a lot of them has to do with the fact that the Navy is in San Diego. But regardless, um, one of the reasons I love coming to San Diego is because they do have a great selection of Filipino food. And today I went to a place called Porky's Lechon. It's over by N Street and Plaza. I mean, this area is very Filipino. There's a Jolly. I'm looking at a Jollibee right now. There's an 85 degree. There's a seafood city, and there's a Daiso, and I don't know what that's got to do with anything. But yeah, it's a very Filipino, very Asian, very corner of San Diego. And I usually try when I'm like in an area like this, I try to find a local mom and pop restaurant. In this case, I went to Porky's Lechon. Lechon being the roasted pig. One of the most famous dishes that the Philippines ever has. So, so I looked it up on Yelp, and I found out that Porky's Lechon is about 10 minutes away from where I was. And when I got there, I read the reviews, and I even asked some of my friends who live in the area what are their thoughts about it. But some of them never even heard of it. Actually, nobody's ever even heard of it. And but I decided, let's be adventurous. Let's go ahead and try it. Which so I got there. And before I did that, I even read a lot of the reviews, and for the most part, it was very positive. There was a couple negatives, but for the most part, it was positive. Now, the type of Filipino food, Filipino restaurant this is that it's a point. So basically, you point turo, which means that you point at what you want, and usually the food there has been cooked earlier in the day. Now, by the time I got there, it was probably around 4 o'clock, about 4:30, maybe nearly 5 o'clock. So the food may have not been as fresh, but maybe it was because dinner is coming around the corner. So I get there, the place. Well, let's just say it wasn't the most welcoming atmosphere. It was just kind of the photos that I'm showing, it won't reflect that, only because I adjusted it during when I took the photo. But basically, it was kind of dark. And then the food there has definitely been sitting there for several hours already. So as you can see, I ordered some of the beef ribs, and then I ordered some of and then what they're known for is their lechon. And when I got, when you order the dish, you ask them a 2 item, they said it's about $9. But then if you wanted the lechon, it's $12. And the lechon, the way they cut it is quite hefty pieces. I think I counted like 6 or 7 pieces. So actually, it wasn't too bad as far as paying a little bit extra for it. The beef, the bone-in rib beef was actually really thick itself. And then plenty of rice. Now, fortunately, I don't eat much rice anymore because trying to look sexy. But and then when I had the food, and then they gave me this really big cup of Mang Tomas. So thankfully for that. When I got down, I sat down. I asked for some water. They just had like a water jug that didn't have any ice on it. So I asked for some ice, and then they pulled it out of a fridge a freezer, and they just put some on a medium to go cup for me, and that's how they filled it up with ice. Water tasted kind of weird, to be honest with you. Water shouldn't taste anything, but it did taste kind of weird. I don't know if that's from the ice or from the water itself. I can't make that determination. But once I tried the bone-in ribs, oh my goodness, it was extremely oily. It had a sweet kind of flavor to it, but it was way too oily. And then I tried the lechon, and there was a little bit of a spice rub underneath it. I couldn't really tell what it was, but it tasted a little spicy, and it tasted a little dry. No wonder. And then the Mang Tomas that they gave me was in a painter's bucket sitting on top of the counter, and it's wide open. So I'm like, goodness sakes, there's like bacterias and stuff flying in there. So I don't know, man. I just did not feel like this place was up to code. I don't know. I'm not a a restaurant investigator, uh, but it just the food was too oily. The lechon, even though there were good pieces, it was kind of dry, and at the same time that spicy stuff underneath it was not something that I really wanted. Now in fairness to the restaurant, I'm sure other people like it. I personally don't like spicy food. I just didn't know it was spicy. I just wish you guys would put a sign saying that this is a little bit spicy, or whatever level of spicy it is. And then if I still order it, then that's on me, right? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it wasn't good. In fact, it really tasted so badly that it didn't sit well with me. I had to go across the street, and where I'm at right now, and I throw up because it was too greasy. It was way too oily. But yeah, my goodness, yeah. So very, very disappointing. Like trying to find a good, decent Filipino restaurant while I'm here in San Diego, but now it was just bad taste, bad form. We'll definitely not recommend this place, and we'll never ever go back. Oh well, that's just my thought. Do you agree or disagree? Have you eaten at Porky's Lechon here on Plaza and N Street in National City? If you have, and comment down below. Please keep it civil. This is just my opinion, and but if you disagree with me, please comment down below. But again, just be nice. We don't have to be rude about it. But yeah, so don't recommend this place. And yeah, it was just a really bad experience. Until then, my name is Francis Serrano. Peace out. I'll see y'all next time.